Well, nothing wants to work right.
No. What is up, people of the world? Oh, it's just one of those days where, you know, it's just constant technical issues.
Yep. Facebook can
Yeah, everything else connected.
eat my ass.
Can eat the whole thing. So, for people that are on Twitter, not Twitter, Twitch, fuck Twitter. Want me to have an 800 bit rate? Get out of here. For everyone on Twitch, we did used to stream on Twitch, and we decided to come back. You know, we got a better computer going on, so we decided to bring it back.
Bringing it back.
You know, we got the new layout, everything. I was looking at the older episodes that were on there, and I was like, man, wow.
We suck.
Yeah, we did suck. But we're back. You know, we've got, I don't even know how many interviews under our belt. Well, this will be 91.
Yeah.
Well, this is episode 91. But
probably 80-something.
Yeah, probably 80-something interviews.
What was I gonna do?
I don't know. What were you gonna do?
Oh, I was just gonna post the YouTube video to Facebook.
Oh yeah, probably a good idea.
Since Facebook's friggin'
Yeah,
off.
Facebook just won't connect. Yeah, so we had to stop earlier because Facebook connected, then Twitch wouldn't connect, so we restarted, and now everything else connected, and now Facebook won't connect. So I mean, what do? You just keep going, right?
I don't want your friend request.
Isn't that a song? A friend request or something like
I
that?
don't know, but I don't want that person's friend request. I know that.
I don't even know who that is.
Nobody.
So this week we have on Cody Ray, and he will be joining us via Skype. So after we get settled in here for a second, we're going to give him a call.
How do I post to our... where is it? No, that's my profile. I know I can find it. Where? Oh, it's right here.
There you go.
Is that me?
Wow.
My
yeah.
bad.
And now people just, want to send me messages on Facebook every time.
Every
time we start.
Time.
Every time. So do apologize for any unwanted Facebook noises.
Can you turn off notifications on Facebook somehow?
I go in there and turn them off, and then they just come back.
There they are.
Yeah.
I think that's Skype, actually.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, we're going to give him a call real quick, and we'll get this going.
Oh, we're calling him right now?
Yeah.
Hot diggity damn.
Yeah, because we were supposed to call him at 7.
Oh.
We were supposed to start at 6:30, but things happen.
Oh.
So, we're going to give him a ring.
Okay, I'm going to put this on
Okay.
Facebook.
How you doing?
Well, hello.
What's up?
There we go. I forgot our video camera was off.
Yeah, I can't see you guys.
Uh-oh.
Well, I just clicked the camera and Bullet was had the line through it. Anything come up yet?
Nothing yet. Just looking at myself.
Well, let me swing this open really quick. But you can hear us finally, right?
I can. Yeah, that's great.
Awesome. Let me...
Facebook Live's not working for us, so everything's on YouTube right now.
Yeah, everything's on YouTube and Twitch right now.
But I just posted it.
Okay. We'll get you switched over here so people can see what's going on. So,
getting some feedback somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you on the stream. Probably still can't. Can you not see us still?
No, I can. But in worst case scenario, we can just chat.
I suppose.
The good news is that everybody can see you, so.
I don't know if that's good news.
Make sure. All right. So, bring that full screen. And so tell us a little about yourself for everyone that's watching.
Oh, well, my name is Cody Ray. I'm a musician. I guess technically based in Tennessee, but we've been temporarily in Lafayette, Indiana for like 3 years. I say we, my wife and I have been. But yeah, I'm not really sure what all to say about myself. I don't know if you have any other questions that could lead a little more, but.
Well, how'd you get started playing music?
There we go.
What do I have video of you guys now?
Oh, I was saying there you go for the segue into the other question.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I got started playing music really when I was like 10 years old. I grew up in church and kind of learned from other musicians who were older than me, and started playing in music groups at church, and sort of snowballed after that. Just sort of kept going,
Nice.
I forgot what I was asking. I don't
So
know.
you're kind of on a little tour right now, aren't you? Or kind of playing shows here and there, or could you call it a tour?
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's been off days and on days, but this month has been crazy busy. I work with another band. I mean, I love playing solo shows, but I also work with a band called Pony Bradshaw.
Uh-huh.
It's an Americana band, really based in like between like North Georgia and South Tennessee around Chattanooga. So this month I've been out. I went all the way out to California, did shows in Napa, Los Angeles, and then down into Phoenix. And then let's see where else. We just did a couple of days out in Texas, played Austin and Texarkana, and then went to Oxford, Mississippi this week too. And then last night we played in Chattanooga. And then tomorrow night I'm doing a show in Chattanooga, but a solo show.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Lot of driving this month.
Yeah. A lot of window time.
Yeah.
Well, and not to mention all the entire time I've been out, my wife and I have been trying to buy a house in Chattanooga. So it's been like, yeah, I mean, it's been crazy. Like it's been a lot of looking at houses through Google Hangout or FaceTime.
Oh yeah.
And then like discussing with her later, what we thought about it. And then today was the first time we got to walk through a house together. It was crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a stressful thing trying to buy a house.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It was like, Cody, you need to go sign this contract. And I'm like, oh gosh, okay, let me find a place to do that.
Yeah, you're jumping through, playing shows, and then swinging back up, looking at houses, and
Yep.
I mean that's awesome.
It's been a lot. But it's been a really good month though. I've loved all of June so far, and most of I was out. I guess it was like from like mid-May until now. I think I've been out more than I've been home for sure. I think I've been home maybe 5 days in the past month.
Nice.
Jeez.
There was somebody left a comment asking a question for you. They asked if guitar was the first instrument you ever played, or was it something different?
It was actually drums. So I learned a beat from a guy at church on drums, and then I started playing drums for the church band when I was 10. and then I decided, I don't know why, maybe it's because so I picked up guitar at like 12, and so that's like 16 years later. So I'm 28. Yeah, it's like 16 years later, still doing that. But I miss the drums actually.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Maybe you can get a new set when you get your new house.
Oh yeah, I
There
fully
you go.
plan to actually.
You drive your wife nuts playing the drums all night.
Part of the stipulations of the new house is like finding a place that I have like a studio spot in, like kind of a safe place that I can make a little quieter.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Get yourself a
Definitely.
little studio.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome to have.
I think every musician, like one of their bucket list things is to have a home studio.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's important. There's a guy who does a podcast called The Working Songwriter named Joe Pug.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a room he made music, but he would be like, yeah, it's like the crappy room I make music in the back of my house. And it was a huge deal for him to be like, you know what, this is my studio, and this is where I'm going to go to work in my studio. And I think even the mental switch from like being like, whoa, you downplay it. I think we all do. We downplay like, oh, this is the room where I do this thing, but don't think about it. But to have the confidence to say, this is my space. This is where I create. This is what I do. I think he talks about how much of an important switch that was for him. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Nice.
I've heard of a guy that does podcasts, but he's got like a home studio. And he talks about how when he goes into his home studio, even though he's at home, he'll put on like work clothes and like dress clothes and go in there like
Absolutely.
he's at work, just to get into that mindset of like the work. It's crazy.
I fully believe in that. I think that when you decide to put on like your sweatpants or your comfy clothes, like you're done. You're done.
Right.
You're not working. You're not making anything.
So you just put out an album in April, right?
Yeah, an EP. I don't know
An
if I
EP?
can call it. Yeah, it's 5 songs, and yeah, released on April the 21st.
Nice. Well, I've actually heard a couple songs off of it from what you sent me, and before you sent me that, there were you had one on SoundCloud, and I really liked that one. I mean, I like both of them, but
Right on. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
yeah, your style it kind of reminds me of City and Color, honestly.
Interesting. I haven't heard that comparison before, but that's cool. If you like City and Color, I don't mind if you compare me to City
Right.
and Color.
Yeah, it just has that like that real relaxing tone to it. Plus,
Cool.
well, with the music and you have that natural voice.
Thanks.
To where it just seems effortless.
Cool. It is not, but I'm glad it seems that way. A lot of work goes into that stuff.
What are some of the influences that got you into the style of music and made you want to make it?
Yes, I have what I think is kind of an interesting journey. So I started out, the first music that I got like head over heels like really interested in was like metal. When I was younger, like that's like all I played. I played in a lot of bands doing heavy music, and then I think the first memory I have of like not that I was not heavy metal that I was interested in was Sigur Rós in like 10th grade in high school, and it was like the only thing I listened to. It took me from like Sigur Rós to like Band of Horses, and to like I think I was listening to Radiohead at that time as well, but sort of made this transition into more like melodically based compositions, and then I started listening to I would say the first like songwriter that I was obsessed with was Mark Kozelek from Sun Kill Moon. I got really into Sun Kill Moon when I was I don't know, like end of high school, early college, and then I just went back in time and started listening to like John Prine and I don't know, just everything from like that era, and then a lot of Ryan Adams, Wilco.
Nice.
Yeah, those folks for sure. Love that stuff.
You don't hear a lot of people that are influenced by Wilco, so I think
Really?
that's really cool that Wilco is one of your influences.
Oh, definitely. I mean Jeff Tweedy. I mean, even like my favorite album from them is A Ghost Is Born.
Mm-hmm.
And so Jim O'Rourke produced that, and he's kind of a weird like avant-garde producer. So like I don't know. I love the way that album sounds. I love the raw nature of it. So yeah, I can't imagine. I think there's tons of people out there who are super influenced by it, especially Jeff Tweedy. He's such an interesting songwriter. I like him a lot. He's great.
Nice. I've had a long week.
So you have any upcoming shows that you want to talk about?
That's what I was thinking.
Well, as far as the local show goes, next Friday I'm playing at Digby's Pub.
Nice.
With Chicago Farmer. So it'll actually be my last local show before I move. So we're moving back down to Tennessee, and then I'll be back up in August. I'll be bringing some of my like close Tennessee friends as my band. We're gonna be playing the Summer Sizzlin' Festival.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sunvolt's gonna be on there. So Jay Farrar was like an Uncle Tupelo with Tweedy, and that split to become Wilco and Sunvolt. So I'm ecstatic to open for him, and Fergus Daly's on that too. So it's gonna be a really good time.
Awesome.
Heck yeah.
When is that? I didn't think
I don't think I said. I want to say it's August 4th. Let me check my calendar, just so I am 100%. But I'm almost positive it's August the 4th. Yeah, August 4th.
Nice.
And then the one before that would be the 22nd, Friday the 22nd.
Cool.
Nice.
Pretty sweet.
Someone in the comments just said, "I have a question." I'm hoping they
actually asked the question.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
Is it a hard?
Do what?
Are you not going to ask the question?
I don't know. They just said I have a question, and they didn't ask the question. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Oh, he asked. This is on Twitch. GSE Saint asked, "Did Gears of War have any influence on you liking Sun Kill Moon?"
No, I'm not much of a video gamer, to be honest. The only system that I own. Well, my wife got a Nintendo. Is it a Wii U? We have that at the house, but the only one I have is a Nintendo 64.
Nice.
And I played Tony Hawk Pro Skater, GoldenEye.
Nice, keeping it
Two
classic.
games you need.
And I never had the memory card for the N64, so I would just play as far into Tony Hawk Pro Skater I could until I would have to turn it off.
Oh wow!
And start it.
But there was that one day you're like, "I'm beating this today."
Oh, I did. Yeah, I would beat it regularly, but I had to start over every time.
Right. Whoops.
What did you drop?
But then I was like, I don't know, video games never grabbed me. I used to watch my roommates in college play Skyrim, and that was a fun game to watch. I could do that.
Oh yeah. I never played that. I don't play a lot of games either. I don't know. Matt plays more games than I do, but I just can't sit and do it for a long period of time.
Sun Kill Moon is I don't know if you guys know, but is it a soundtrack to? Does he play on the soundtrack for Gears of War?
Let's see. He said they were the trailer song for the third installment. Hair and Blue was the song.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. I don't know that song off the top of my head. I'm like looking it up on Spotify so I can check it out. Because I don't know that tune.
Nice.
That is really cool. I mean, that speaks volumes for the game producers, in my opinion, about their taste.
It's always cool when you see one of your favorite bands in like a movie or a game or something that you didn't think people like listen to that much.
Right, and it comes on, you're like, I know that.
Yeah.
That's funny. I actually, where's? Oh yeah. I know this record. Yeah, right on. That's awesome. Way to go, Sun Kill Moon and Gears of War. I was gonna say that it's cool that it has to be his older stuff because his new stuff he just kind of talks, but he just tells these stories that are so interesting to me.
Right.
Yeah, he's an interesting songwriter for sure. I think I've said that, but he is.
I don't know if I've heard him. I'll have to check it out.
I would start with this album that the listener's talking about that has Hair and Blue on it. Is called April, and that's good. My favorite album from him is called. It's not even where is it? It's not on Spotify, but Ghost of the Great Highway is what it's called. It's like very melodic, but it's raw, like super raw, but it's awesome.
Cool. I'm gonna have to check it out. I need some new music.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that's the great thing about how everything's so digital now. It's like at your fingertips. So
all right, I'm like, I don't know this song. Now I do.
Yeah. And if you want music, if you're trying to find new music, all you got to do is just like it'll suggest things for you. Like I don't know, it's cool, but I'm sure everything has its drawbacks.
Yeah, I get on my kicks of like one artist for a while, and then I go back to like stuff I listened to a lot in the past.
Oh yeah, I do that too.
I was just on a.
I love how Spotify gives you they do the daily mix thing now, and I never would get into the discovery playlist so much, but the daily mix, it's like here's artists what you've been listening to and like you've been listening to, and it's like 5 categories. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Spotify time capsule.
Oh, I don't know about that. What is that?
It'll suggest things that you probably listened to like 10 years ago, and usually it's 100% accurate, and it'll throw it in there. And it's like songs you haven't heard in 10 years that you used to listen to, and you're like, what?
Damn.
Yeah.
That's wild. I'd be interested if they would get that right for me, because I'm all over the map. So that'd be cool. I'm looking. Would it be under the home section?
I don't know.
I can't remember where it was.
Dude, that's really cool. I have to find that just to see what it suggests for me.
Actually, now we're talking about Spotify. I might as well look him up.
Yeah. Most of the time it's like, holy crap, that's like it's It's a little creepy.
Yeah, that's like next level suggestion there. That's a little much. I don't know if I can deal with that.
He'd be like, "All right, who's watching me?"
That's kind of like when you you talk about. I don't know if you guys have experienced this or if any of the listeners have. I have. Like you'll talk about, man, I saw this. Like for instance, I saw like a canvas jacket on the other day, and I really thought it was cool. And then like 5 minutes later on Instagram, and there's like an ad for something similar to what you were talking about.
Yeah, that's creepy.
You're like, oh, I need to buy cat food this week or dog food, and it's like, buy this from Purina. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. Targeted advertising.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. We were at the bar one night, and I was talking to our buddy about he just bought a house. I'm like, you gotta get a hot tub. And about 10 minutes later, he's looking at Facebook, and there's like ads for hot tubs. Like it was weird.
I know. It's like just creepy. It's so creepy.
He wasn't Googling or anything. We were just sitting there talking about it, and then like he shows me his phone. And he's like, "Dude, hot tubs." I'm like, "What the hell?" Like,
it can't be a coincidence, right? Like we got to get like full conspiracy theory mode here, and just like straight up, they are listening.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, now they have like, they build the software, and this is the whole thing that Zuckerberg was in trouble for on Facebook.
Right.
It was like the privacy issues. They have these models they put in, and it'll pull words from conversations, and then it puts it all together and sums it up, and it's like, hey, you might want this.
Dude, that is so freaking weird.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't either. Not for me. I'm like, actually, so I was just on Facebook kind of waiting on this call to come through to chat with you guys, and I was watching, I think it was like a People Are Awesome video. I followed that profile, and I've never seen this until today, but like halfway through, I've seen it on YouTube, but now on Facebook, like it played an ad halfway through the video.
Yeah, I think they've been doing that now.
My literal like emotional response to it was like, I'm getting off Facebook right now. I'm gonna delete my account. I'm never going back. Like, just like this is the world we're moving towards. But then immediately I was like, actually, I need Facebook. I don't know what to do.
I'd rather than put ads in the middle of a video than like the weird, creepy, targeted stuff. I don't know.
Oh, totally. I agree with that. But I think that they're like in tandem. They're both happening.
Yeah, it's weird.
You didn't know your podcast was going to be about conspiracy theory, did you? Big Brother!
We actually used to, like, when we first started doing the podcast, we used to do, like, a little episode here and there where we would talk about conspiracies and stuff. Right? We'd sit and drink beer and talk about weird conspiracies and shit.
Sounds about right. That's what we do, I guess.
It was fun for a little while.
Yeah.
So what new music have you been listening to? Who's your new, like, go-to person to listen to?
Let's go to Spotify. So it's more fun to just tell you exactly what I've listened to like in the past couple of days.
Okay.
So on the road here, I listened to being Chattanooga is where I'm right now. I listened to Sea Change from Beck. I listened to Black Messiah from D'Angelo. I listened to Masterpiece, the album from Big Thief. Listening to Robert Ellis. He's a Texas fella, good songwriter. Kind of has like, I don't know how to describe him, but it's Americana with like it's like if you took like old school country but gave it like a new school sort of twist to it. It's not, it's has a little bit, it's a little fresher than like old country. Been listening to a lot. Bahamas is one of my favorite guys too. He just dropped a new album called Earth Tones. Worth checking out. Moses Sumney, recently found that guy. He's kind of I would call him like, it's like if you took Radiohead compositions and stuck it with like a soul singer on top. And it's really cool.
Huh. That's interesting.
Do what?
I said, that's interesting.
Yeah. So that's what is in my most recently played. But I'm always listening to people like the Drive-By Truckers is regularly in my play. Listening to the band a little bit, a little old school. The band.
Nice.
Some Springsteen has been played this past week for sure.
Gotta play the boss.
The boss, man. Yeah, I'm always jamming that Born to Run. I love that album a lot. So like 10th Avenue Freeze Out gets me going.
Have you ever listened to this? My new favorite guy is Coulter Wall.
Yeah, I know Coulter. Not personally, but I know Coulter stuff. Like Outlaw Country.
Yeah, I just heard of him a couple months ago.
I've been
listening to it a lot.
I've been stuck on Tyler Childers.
Yeah, kind of same vein there for sure.
That dude's so good.
Yeah, he's a good writer. I like his tunes.
So your EP, was there it's called Sapling?
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct? Yeah. Is there is there any overall topic of what the EP is supposed to represent?
Yeah, I think a lot of times, and I would argue that most people are like this. I didn't go into it with a concept. Like oldest one there is like 5 years old, something like that, 4 or 5 years old, and the newest one was like the week before I put the EP out, or before I recorded it rather. But I could talk for a long time about like how it got to be, but I became something. But like I needed to start something and finish something, and the idea of the sapling, my wife and I was obsessed with cicadas for a while. Just the idea, and that's the album art is a cicada. Just the idea of something splitting and becoming new. It's similar to the idea of like a caterpillar and a butterfly, but something about like and I know that they're in Indiana too, but like especially growing up in the South, I remember as a child like seeing those like the nymphs of the cicada just like hanging on a side of it. And that was such an interesting and like kind of jarring thing to see, just this like perfectly formed little shell. And so I started thinking about that a lot, and I wrote this song Sapling that is very much about that happening, just like being one thing, and that sort of, I like to call it like just the tearing away of like what you were and what you're becoming. And that I think it can often be like pretty painful, and for me, like growing up, like becoming who I am now, they did have a lot of pain. I think most people, like not trauma necessarily, but just that tearing feeling. So I wrote a lot about that in that song, and then it became, I realized that a lot of the songs dealt with that same sort of, I don't know, just like experiencing like, there's the song Uncle deals with the death of an uncle who committed suicide, and just like being there and like remembering the last memory with them, being at the funeral, and just experiencing all of that imagery and what goes through a person's mind in that situation. The song Wedding Tape deals with like the complete loss of a relationship and deciding like that moment, do I move on, do I stay here? So it's a lot of that play, and so the idea of the sapling came in as like a lot of times certain types of cicadas feed on sapling trees. Like they just sit and they like eat from the inside of it. And I can't remember the exact like what happens, but I know that they're tied together, young trees. And so I really like the idea of the young tree, you know, something that's going to grow up and be bigger, stronger, but is so, I guess, vulnerable to being broken or bent over or just crushed. And so that, to me, that was like what the album or the EP had to be, was representing all of that.
Nice.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I like it.
Sorry, that was a lot.
That was cool.
No, that was awesome.
I always like when we ask that question and somebody has like a real like deep like thought out reason for something. It's cool to hear. Like the things that come out of everybody's brains is always crazy.
Sure. Well, and like I said, like I didn't go into it being like I'm going to represent these things, but I think you can look retrospectively at what's written already and then say like, what am I pulling from it now? And it oftentimes has like a completely, it just tells you what it wants and what it wants to be there.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So we've got 2 songs we're gonna play yours tonight, Uncle and Tonight the Bear.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have any more questions for him, or?
I don't think so. Is there anything you want to shout out before we let you go?
Yeah. I mean, if you're listening, you can follow me on Facebook. I know Matt, you guys put up the link to my Facebook on the post about it, which is really cool. So yeah, like me on there. I'm on Instagram, just Cody Ray, pretty easy, CODYRAY, and then follow my band Pony Bradshaw too. I would say it's his, but our album is releasing on January the 19th, and we're going to be out in the fall with Social Distortion, doing from New York down to Vegas. So I'm looking forward to being on the road doing that. So check out Pony Bradshaw too. It's great.
Awesome.
Well, definitely. Thanks for taking the time out of your evening, and thanks for working with us through the little issues at the beginning, but we got here.
Yeah, you guys are sweethearts. It's all good.
All right, thanks,
Awesome.
man. Thanks for coming on.
All right, are we done? We're finished.
I think so.
All right, y'all have a good night.
You too.
You too.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
All right.
So
we got 2 songs. We're gonna play. You want to do Uncle first?
Yes, let's do Uncle.
All righty. Let's do that.
Here's Uncle.
Well, it's like shutting both your eyes and pulling the trigger on a friend. His black suit and mama's pearls. Yeah, I swiped them from her box and gave them to his baby girl. Hotel California never sounded this good. Running through the
right.
Yeah, yeah.
That was Cody Ray, his song Uncle from the EP Sapling. It is out now. He's on SoundCloud, so go over there and check him out.
Mm-hmm.
Good dudes, good tunes. That's our motto.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, we have this segment called On This Day in Music, and we kind of go back through and talk about things that happened, on this day in music.
Yes.
So, in 1977, the Sex Pistols held a party on a boat as it sailed down the River Thames in London. The Pistols performed Anarchy in the UK outside the House of Parliament, resulting in members from the party being arrested when the boat docked later that day.
That sucks.
So, I mean, it's the Sex Pistols. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah. June 15th, 1989, Nirvana's debut album Bleach was released in the U.S. The title for the album came from a poster, Bleach Your Works, urging drug users to bleach their needles. Kurt Cobain claiming that most of the lyrics on the album were written the night before recording while he was feeling pissed off and that he did not regard them highly.
Hell yes. So, we got the local spotlight this week.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, June 22nd, People's Live presents Bassell and the Supernaturals with special guest DJ Captain Dangerous. Live at the Knickerbocker Saloon. Show starts at 9 p.m. $10 cover, 21 and older.
Mm-hmm. Saturday, June 23rd, Classic Bang will be performing at the 6th Street Dive. Show starts at 10 p.m. No cover, 21 plus.
Classic Bang.
Bang. Classic Bang.
Classic Bang. Saturday, June 23rd, Blind Boy and the C&I Dogs will be performing at Digby's Pub and Patio. Show starts at 10 p.m. No cover charge. All ages until 11:30 p.m.
And then get the fuck out. You got to be older than probably 21.
Yeah, if you ain't 21, you get out. Scam.
Go on. Get
Go on, get in.
Saturday, June 23rd, Mark Battles will be performing at the Lafayette Theater with support from Sammy Atari, Don, Slim Matic, and Will Skrilla.
Yeah, with the dollar sign.
With the dollar sign. Dollar sign.
Make sure you get that dollar sign.
All ages are welcome. Doors open at 7 p.m. Show starts at 8 p.m. Tickets 15 in advance, 20 at the door.
20 at the door.
So I had a question about this headline. I thought they didn't do this cover.
Well, after so much backlash of not doing...
Because what they did Rosanna, didn't they?
Yeah.
First?
Yeah, they trolled everyone. Was like, all right, here's Toto. Rosanna, though.
I'm going to have to listen to this. So Weezer's Africa cover is their biggest hit in a decade.
Yeah. They covered someone else's song, and it's their biggest hit.
I mean, it's a great song.
Oh, yeah.
I think the metal version is one of my favorite.
Yes.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, I watched. They did a live thing on Jimmy Kimmel. It was pretty good. Yeah. Maynard James Keenan promises new music next year. Hey, flipping better.
30 seconds to Menards.
30 seconds to Menards.
30 seconds to Mars parts way with guitarist Tomo.
Some guy
they parted with.
Yeah.
Milijevic.
Sure.
Milijevic.
Tomo Milijevic.
I don't know. That's probably why they parted
Tomo
ways.
left the band.
They parted ways because I couldn't say his fucking name. I was sick of trying to spell your goddamn name.
I'm sick of it. You're out.
Oh, shit.
Tomo Romo. That's what it should be.
Tony Romo sucks.
Robert Smith plans The Cure's first new album in 10 years.
Neat.
So I know there's some hardcore Cure fans out there.
Thrice signs to Epitaph Records and drops new track. Who were they on before?
No idea.
Don't know.
No. I was going to try to possibly remember, but it didn't work.
Dropped a new track.
Yeah. It's tasty, too.
Tasty
Got
treats.
some sweet licks in it.
Tasty treats.
Donald Glover, a.k.a. Childish Gambino, reportedly in talks to play Willy Wonka in spinoff.
Like a TV show or movie?
Movie, I believe.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He's not old enough to be Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka's an old man.
True. But it was Gene Wilder, and he just did look old.
Well,
no matter. Unless you're talking about Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp was like this weird,
Depp.
Ambiguous. You don't know how old he was.
Yeah.
Where he came from. He might have been an alien.
Yeah. he might be. I don't know.
But even in the book, he's retiring, right?
Yeah.
And that's why he's giving up the candy factory.
Well, maybe he's giving it up again.
Maybe they'll dress him up to look older.
Yeah. Get out of here.
I don't know.
This is my hard candy.
I don't know. Gene Wilder just made the best one, and
Gene Wilder
even though
is hilarious.
Donald Glover is pretty good.
Yeah.
He is
Yeah.
good.
He is good. He was in Community.
So we'll see. If he makes it weird like he did that video,
Oh, God.
then it'll be great.
The video was weird, but it was a good video.
It was.
It was.
I love all the memes from it too.
Oh, yeah. Like, they're still going.
There was one. It was I want to say they took the video of it and then they took a country song. I can't remember what it was. I wish I could remember what else was hilarious.
Hilarious.
Oh well, fuck it. Firefest founder Billy McFarland arrested for new ticket selling scam.
That dude just sucks.
I thought he was already in jail.
He was, but he got bailed out, and then he starts a ticket selling scam. That dude just sucks.
What a dick.
Some people suck. That dude really sucks.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out of jail. Firefest was a disaster. People lost money. People were restrained for a while.
Want to buy some fake tickets?
I need money. Hey, anybody want some fake tickets? You do? Perfect.
What a dick.
And I'm in jail.
What a dick.
So we got some upcoming tours. Bless the Fall announced a fall headlining tour.
Mm-hmm. Ghost announces extensive North American fall tour. Extensive. Didn't they just do a tour?
Yeah, like they're just always on tour.
Yeah. I would like to go see them.
Yeah.
That'd be good. I think it'd be a cool show.
Pale Waves announced North American tour.
Mm-hmm. Alkaline Trio announces first U.S. tour in 3 years.
I'd rather go see that than, the new Blink-182.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of that, they actually just postponed their Vegas shows because Travis Barker has blood clots in his arms and can't play. Oh, shit. That sucks.
That's no bueno.
No.
Trivium announced fall headlining tour dates, so be on the lookout for all those.
Mm-hmm. Shinedown, Godsmack announced a massive fall tour featuring Asking Alexandria.
Did you say Asking Alexandria?
Asking Alexandria. So basically, wait until Asking Alexandria comes on.
Yeah. I mean, Shinedown is tolerable, but
Godsmack.
I don't know about Godslap, but
yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, I got cut off.
Oh no! How do you fix that?
I'll have to fix that. This one, I put that in there on the fly, so I apologize. Did the latest ex-singer...
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that.
Go through with suing the band. Sorry to ask, but that was a rumor I heard.
I remember hearing about that, but I never did see what the final settlement of that was. If they sued, if they did what they did, it wasn't a rumor. It was happening.
Right.
I think we even talked about it one time. I think right when it happened. Did we talk about it, or I maybe just read it?
I think we did.
I don't know.
But we were like, okay, next.
Yeah, I don't remember what happened with that. I forgot all about it. I haven't seen anything more about it.
Yeah, I haven't either, so I don't know. Maybe
probably still ongoing.
Maybe they found a settlement and they didn't sue. I don't know.
Maybe.
Sleeping with Sirens announced summer tour.
Nicki Minaj and Future announced tour.
Did you see the album cover she put out for her album Queen? She's pretty much naked and just has like nipple tassels on. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Is it really nudity when your body's 90% plastic? Like when it isn't
good question.
Just like
good question.
Basically looking at
like the chesticle areas is probably like 99%.
Yeah.
Plastic.
I mean, is it even nudity at that point when you're basically just made of plastic?
I don't know. Like if you're banging her, is that just like fucking a Barbie doll?
It's like those real dolls or real dolls. Whatever those things are called.
So we got videos of the week.
Oh, we do.
Yeah. Which Blink-182 one you pulling out now?
Let's see. Let me think.
I'll go ahead and get mine out of the way so you can think. Since we were talking about Thrice, mine is actually Thrice, their new song, The Gray.
Mm-hmm.
Tasty licks.
Tasty.
Yeah.
Tasty.
Tasty.
Well, my video of the week is going to be...
Christina Aguilera.
I wish.
Genie in a bottle.
Fuck it.
No.
Let me think. Here. What was I listening to earlier that has a good video? I was listening to some Pink Floyd earlier. How about just
Yeah?
The Wall?
The Wall?
Yeah, I've been listening to the Pink Floyd a lot.
You just trumped all your videos
Let's just do
of
the
the week.
entire thing, the entire movie.
The entire movie.
Yes.
Here's a hour and 30-minute music video.
Yes. You're welcome.
Nice.
It's been a while since I watched it, though.
So you know what we should do before we get into the weekly topics?
Hmm.
Should play that next song.
Oh, let's do that. And then I can tell you about my shitty week.
Yeah. So this is Tonight the Bear by Cody Ray.
I don't wanna sleep in the truck tonight. 14 more hours of rain on this drive. Allie wrote a letter. Come home for your birthday. I buy a couple pills behind the pumps. I doubt that it'll even affect me much. Allie wrote a letter. I made you a big cake. Now I'm counting 2 states left to go. I hear them calling Bear through the radio. It used to be my name. I think I'm losing it, babe. It rolled. I lost the trailer. It rolled. Everything was turning black. I just want to go home. The cones are glowing orange in the passing lights. Couldn't find my phone, the truck buried behind me. I'm alive. A stranger must have seen me soaking by the road. I've never seen a storm as a big black ghost. He offers me a ride. We go, we go, we go, we go, we go, we go, we go.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir.
That was Tonight the Bear by Cody Ray. Don't forget, he is on SoundCloud.
Awesome.
So give him a like, give him a follow. He's also on Facebook. He said Instagram as well. So he also has his website, mcodyray.com. Check him out.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, I was going to pull this up.
Yes.
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 Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm so glad we're back to streaming in 1080.
Yes.
Looks a lot better. I about busted my tooth on that mic.
Don't do that.
Kurt Cobain exhibit in Nirvana's hometown destroyed by fire.
Mm-hmm.
A Kurt Cobain museum exhibit in Nirvana's hometown of Aberdeen, Washington, was destroyed in a fire on Saturday, as reported by Seattle's K. Does that say KNG?
KING, King TV.
They're on your side. The Armory housed the Aberdeen Museum of History. That's just hard to say. Aberdeen. Which was an entire section. What?
That movie with the dude that played Borat, and he's the dictator.
Oh, the dictator?
Yeah, what's it called? It's not Aberdeen, but it's
I never saw it.
Everything like Aladdin or something.
Aladdin.
And
Paladine.
You don't know if it means good or bad. You'll just say Aladdin.
Aladdin.
Yeah.
The Armory House, the Aberdeen Museum of History, which was an entire section dedicated to the native Cobain and his iconic grunge band. People have come from around the world to see what we had on Nirvana, says director Dave Morris. The Aberdeen Armory, built in 1922, has undergone an extensive renovation campaign over the last 40 years. The cause of the Armory fire is currently under investigation. New artwork at the Cobain exhibit was recently installed for what would have been the late rocker's 50th birthday in 2017, as noted by Loudwire. The Nirvana frontman died by suicide on April 4th, 1994, tragically ending the band's legendary run. Morris is optimistic about Cobain exhibit's future. The fire is history, he says, and we're going to rebuild and move on and keep the history preserved. That's my job. So, hopefully they... That sucks.
Yeah, it's a suckaroony.
That's a suckaroony. That's a suckaroony indeed.
So do people stop discovering new music after a certain age? Yes, I think so. Streaming service Deezer surveyed 1,000 British users and found that most people stop trying to discover new music they may like by the age of 30 in 6 months. Oh, man. I'm there. No,
yeah,
not there
I'm
yet.
there.
Not quite there yet.
I'm there. Oh, God, I'm 31 next
Got
month.
a few more months. And I'll be 30 in 6 months. That's a weird number.
30.
They call it musical paralysis. The answers revealed that a busy life is mostly the cause of the discontinuation. Adults over 30 stopping their searches due to having kids or because simply overwhelming by the sheer amount of music out there. Of thousands of people surveyed, 60% of them felt like they were only listening to artists they already knew, and 25% of them don't want to hear stuff from outside the preferred genre. Another interesting discovery is that 24 seems to be the peak age of your discovery in any new music. Interesting.
I mean, I'm still listening to new music I haven't heard.
I still listen to music, but it is harder for me to listen to new music and...
New musacs.
I feel like when I do listen to new music, I almost have to just sit down and like do it because people will tell me to listen to an artist, and then if I'm doing it while if I'm listening to it like I'm at work or if I'm doing something else, I'm not actually listening to it.
Right.
So then like it doesn't really matter if I listen to it at that point. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does.
Or I'll be listening to new music, or I'll like play like one of the I'll put on one of the playlists on Spotify, and if I'm not like actively like trying to listen to it and try to find new music that I like I'll hear it, but then I gotta like make sure that I get on my phone and like click the thingy on it to save the song or something, and I don't know, that it does become a hassle.
Yeah.
When you're busy and you're trying to listen to new stuff.
Gotta click the thingy.
You gotta click like, you know, add or save or whatever from that playlist to your thing, and then it's tough to do.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it is harder to listen to music the older you get. You're always doing something.
Yeah, check out this new music. Get away! So, a new TV show aims to help bands get signed. And it's funny that this came up in my newsfeed on Facebook before I actually read the whole article. It was weird. Outer Loop Records president Shandan Haran.
Shandan Haran.
Shandan Haran.
Shout it from the rooftops.
Yeah. So Shandan Haran and Emmy Award-winning producer Alan Sachs are teaming up to help give a band a complete makeover in the new show. The bands will receive advice from Haran, as well as receive opportunities to record with Grammy Award-winning producers, film high-end music videos, play at sold-out shows, and more. Haran will do whatever it takes to open up new doors for bands in need. The concept for Musician Rescue began with Haran giving musicians advice and having tons of requests from bands asking for help. He said, "I've been very fortunate working for so many excellent record labels, and I've always felt truly honored to work for some of the biggest artists out there. However, for me, I always enjoyed working with unsigned bands. They always had this raw talent and honestly just needed a foot in the door. The network and premiere date has yet to be announced for the show, as the creators are tracking down bands to be featured in Season 1. Any unsigned band of any genre can send in submissions to be featured on the show at musicianrescue.org.
That's interesting.
So, if you're a band
It'd
trying
be
to
cool as long as
get
they
your
don't,
foot in the door,
as long as they don't make it like a
right?
American Idol or something crazy like that. That'd be lame. But
Although
if it's
I
like,
did enjoy American Idol this year,
so it's not like a contest.
right?
This isn't like a contest though, right? It's just like
No, like if they
they
think
just if they
they
think
want
the band's good, they'll
Yeah.
do the TV show of them trying to help them make it.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. That'd be cool. That's kind of cool.
I think he said there's gonna, from the article, the other article I found, which I couldn't find again, but when I was reading it, I think they were gonna do like anywhere between 5 to 7 bands in the first season.
I wonder if that's like each. I wonder how they'll do it like throughout the show, like.
Which honestly, I think they should do just a whole season dedicated to one band. I think that would kind of be better.
Cool. But I mean, is that a different band each episode, or is that like they feature parts of each band doing something
I don't
every
know.
episode?
They didn't really.
I bet they keep going with the same bands throughout the season.
Yeah, that'd be pretty neat.
New study shows music eases pain and anxiety of surgery. Yeah. What kind of surgery are we talking about here?
I don't know, like dick surgery, because I don't know if that's gonna help.
It might.
Yeah.
You can listen to sad songs about how much you miss it.
It definitely have to be country. It definitely have to be country.
They cut my dick off last Thursday.
My penis ain't been the same.
According to the
Since
British
they
Journal
sliced it
of
open like a
Surgery,
hot dog.
the music can help ease the anxiety of pain associated with invasive surgery. The study took place between 1980 and 2016. God damn.
God damn.
And has examined more than 7,000 patients. The Dutch researchers who headed the project analyzed over 80 randomized, blinded, controlled studies of music being used before, during, and after invasive surgery. While comparing the pain and anxiety levels that to of controlled test subject, those listening to music had much lower outcomes. The effect on anxiety was greatest when the music was played before the operation, and the largest decrease in pain were seen when playing music afterward. It also seemed that the effects were slightly better when the music was chosen by the patient as opposed by the office surgeon. That makes sense.
Yeah.
The surgeon's in there fucking blasting Slayer as they're about to take you into surgery.
Raining blood.
The anesthesiologist is about to put it in you.
Be like, you about to feel different.
They're like, you're about to go to sleep, and right before they put the mask over your face, you just come back to, ah!
Oh, God! What happened? You're fine. You're fine. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh,
We're going to play some music for you.
We did stitch Slayer across your chest.
We're going to play some music for you. It's not as aggressive as what we started off with, but I think you're really going to dig it. Start playing Backstreet Boys. What's new, pussycat?
That's not Backstreet Boys.
I know, but that just came in, and I thought it was great, because what's new?
Let's see. The authors also write, besides individual music preferences, specific features of the music interventions such as rhythm and harmony and the use of specific instruments like string instruments also seem important feature in anxiety pain reduction. Altogether, they found that playing music was associated with lower anxiety and pain readings, regardless of the type of surgery performed, the age or gender of the patient, and when the music was actually played, offered Gizmodo. Compared to controls, there was an average 21-point decrease in anxiety on a 1 to 100 scale and a 10-point decrease in pain.
21 points, I'll take it.
The result making it now possible to create guidelines for the implication of music and interventions and around surgical procedures. Dr. Rosalind Kuhlman.
What's that muffled music sound? Oh, yeah, my bad. I dropped my iPod in there.
This doctor sounds like she's going to play Rammstein the fucking whole time.
I dropped my iPod in there and sewed you back up, so I'm sorry.
The lead author and pediatric surgeon, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, there you go.
And all I have is one song, and it's I Would Walk 500 Miles. You get tired of it, but it comes back around.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how was your week, bud? We never did really catch up.
Dude. It's not even over. I got to work tomorrow night, so, like...
Dude.
Dude.
That's what I did this week.
I saw your snaps, and I know you were not happy.
I was not happy.
You ran a bunch of,
Well.
Was that Cat 5?
Well,
Cat 6?
Yeah, it was in conduit in the ground.
Ran it.
So.
How many feet?
A couple hundred. But
couple hundred feet.
The best part. So this is the best part.
But it was a bitch to get it that couple hundred feet, right?
Yeah. Well, this is the cherry on the top of this whole project. First of all, we fucked up. Is the reason we had to put this conduit in the ground. That's number one. Already fucked up. Had to put the conduit in the ground to fix our fuck up. Sucks. Happens. Right. We dealt with it. Boss is pissed. Whatever.
Yeah. Naturally.
Yeah.
So you guys are all idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're not wrong.
Not wrong. We didn't want to do this anyways.
So Monday, we dig the ground up. Got the shovels out there.
Mm-hmm.
We were gonna use the trencher, but it had been raining all weekend, and on Monday, so we thought, well, the trencher's a little muddy. Bring a trencher in. So we'll hand dig. Well, it's wet. Probably soft.
Right.
No.
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 Rock hard.
Like my abs.
So the ground went from rock hard in certain spots to complete mud soup in other spots.
Oh, by the way, I didn't say abs. I said my ass. Rock hard.
So I step in the mud and I just sink into the mud in one spot, and the other spot we can't even get the shovel to go half an inch into the ground. So it takes us all fucking day to run this conduit around this house. And so then the Thursday before that, they came out. One of our guys went out and laid conduit down underneath or on the ground where they're going to be pouring concrete, and then they poured the concrete over it. It was fine. Get it all done. What's today? Friday. Wednesday was basically done. Thursday we kind of wrapping stuff. We're going back to kind of wrap some stuff up with it, and we get there Thursday morning, and there's this dude on the back porch that's over the top of our conduit, cutting into it with the big concrete saw.
What?
So I go out and I go, hey man, there's some conduit right underneath there. I don't know how deep you're going with that. He goes, oh no, we're taking the whole thing out. I'm like, what? He goes,
be careful what you say next.
Didn't speak the best English.
Yeah, because if you said what I think what you said, I'm about to be real mad.
Maybe he wasn't, he was a Hispanic gentleman.
Yeah.
Didn't speak the best English. So I said, what?
I'm sorry, what?
And he goes, we're taking the whole thing out. We're taking the porch out. It's the wrong height. And I go, oh.
I'm like, oh, well, why don't you just readjust the height of everything else but the porch?
Because it needed to go 12 inches lower.
Oh, a whole dick, right?
A whole dick in length lower. So
how long is that? About 3 dicks.
So they then get in there. He cuts all the concrete out, gets in there with the Bobcat, rips it all out, rips all the conduit out of the ground. And I kind of wanted to cry.
I would have.
So then today...
I mean... That might be the number 3 reason to cry as a grown man. Obviously, number 1 is Old Yeller. Being an Old Yeller.
So
that might be number 3.
Then today, we got to redig a trench that we had already dug once.
Wow.
And guess what? The ground wasn't any softer.
No. Even after all that rain.
They had been driving a Bobcat over it
just
all day long.
Smashing it down. Yeah, we drove this Bobcat over this,
Yeah, we really compacted it down real good right here.
Have fun. We're going to lunch.
See ya. Better have that shit done before we pour the concrete.
I'd be like, yeah, guys, get that Bobcat. We're just going to dig a trench out.
Yeah, I wish. We don't.
It's not hard.
It's not hard, but we don't have one.
Oh.
And it wasn't in the budget. of our already we fucked up budget.
You guys are working for free. How the fuck we are?
Well, yeah, we were.
Yeah.
It was god awful though. We're swinging a pickaxe all
Yeah.
morning long.
Tink.
I'm sunburnt. Been out there all week in the
Tink.
sun.
Bet the beer flowed though, didn't it?
Mm. I've been thinking about drinking Four Loko.
For
One of the guys at work.
if you're
drinks
gonna
it.
start drinking Four Loko, you might as well start listening to Insane Clown Posse.
I don't know. Some of the guys at work were buying them when we did some work for a liquor store. So they bought some Four Locos when we left, and they're like, "Dude, Four Locos where it's at."
Dude, remember Sparks?
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's why I wouldn't drink Four Loko
Because of
because
Sparks.
I thought it was Sparks.
It
I had
pretty
it
much
well,
is.
I had it confused with Sparks.
Yeah, it pretty much is.
Because I watched you guys beer bong it and then puke in the
Oh yeah.
in the
Yeah, that was rough.
in the front yard, and so I always thought that
People
was
be like, you ever beer bong 9 beers? We're like, you ever beer bong to Sparks? Oh shit, that's badass.
Yeah, I thought that was Four Loko that you guys were drinking.
No, it was Sparks.
Okay,
They
maybe I
had
will
like
drink some Four Loko.
they had like the 8% one, and then they had the 11% one. There was an orange can and a purple can. The purple can was the 11%.
You guys did the orange one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one time we drove all the way out to Chalmers and drank a whole case of Sparks before we got there.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah. Also, don't ever go to Chalmers.
That's not a good idea either.
Wake up the next day. Where the fuck are Chalmers?
What the fuck?
What'd we do?
Not a cool place.
No.
No.
But I think we're probably just going to end it here.
Yeah. Forever.
See? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. We will be back next week. We have on American Standards. They're kind of like a mix between Norma Jean and Every Time I Die. So they're from Phoenix, Arizona.
That's next
They will
week,
be
huh?
on. Yep. Next week.
Dang.
So be sure to tune in. We'll be back probably around the same time. You know, or evening.
It's on Friday again?
Yes, Friday. So next Friday, the 22nd. Ooh, that's a good day too.
Why's that?
Something's releasing.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Okay.
So that'll be fun. I'll probably throw a plug for that day. Might as well, right?
Duh.
Duh. So, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being cool.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to stop before I make it awkward. So, see everyone next week.
Too late.
Yeah.